Welcome back, everyone. Добро пожаловать снова, товарищи, to Red World, what should be the final episode of the series. Got Poland ready to declare war, and through Poland we're gonna get to Germany and to France, and we're going to maybe win, maybe lose, probably win. So the Poles actually have a fortified line with troops. And what is unfortunate for them is that I have nukes. Yep, that is very, very, very unfortunate for them, indeed. So we're gonna nuke every province that contains troops along the front line. We're gonna walk right through it, not caring about anything or anybody that stands in our way. We're gonna exterminate all of them. The usual friendly Russian way. Wait, what is your plan of action? Oh yeah, right. Good. Our Air Force is there. I'm not sure if Poland has one, but of course they get invited to the German faction. And there we are. They're cleared. I think that's the end of the Polish army right there. 316,000 casualties already. We're gonna launch the naval invasions, even though some of these areas... Oh yeah, the American Republic is expanding. Though some of these areas are already under our control, actually. And there we are. So it looks like Dansk is mostly just empty. That's also empty. And what happened to the last two divisions? They're ready and heading right for their targets. Warsaw will be ours as well. This is a pretty quick ordeal. Now the Marines... Where did you get redeployed? I have no idea. Marines are going to once again be prepared for landings. This time on Germany. So that when we continue our advance further west, we have the support of naval invasions as well. Now it's just a matter of time before we reach the border. We're gonna speed that process up by manually controlling some troops before the AI manages to avoid doing anything for too long. So Poland, unsurprisingly, was gone quickly despite their strong army. Oh wow, that was a very excellent naval battle, sinking lots of enemy ships. So we reached Szczecin, also known as Stettin, limit of the northern positions that separate Germany from Poland. Can we smash and grab for Berlin? Maybe. Maybe we can reach Berlin. Although they're bringing in lots of forces, so we should probably stop that at least now. So we have everything mostly reaching their finishing lines. French reinforcements have arrived, but we should be able to encircle this entire force in Wrocław. In Silesia. Should be, but we might not be able to. Okay, so the strong armies of the coalition, as we might call them, are now finally reaching their positions. And so finally we're gonna... Ooh, Stalinograd! I didn't know that this... What would this be called normally? I feel like that's Katowice. Yeah, I feel like that's Katowice. But, hey, don't know. It's called Stalinograd now. Oh, that's probably one of the reasons why. Because the AI deployed like 12 divisions to counteract one in a pocket. Not the best thing. Yeah, we've even got 3 dockyards now because of Polish dockyards that were captured. Still got 26 nukes though, so that's something I'm banking on. When we launch our next great offensive, we're certainly gonna make use of those. For now I'm just trying to get the front line into a position where I like it. If we can take Stalinograd, that's going to be a big help. Because we're going to surround them and drain a few more divisions off the front line. Good. Now that we've reached Western Poland as well, we can bring up our air forces and start to pound Germany. In Eastern Germany, that is a lot of planes that we've got, and they're all doing just fine. Just trying to find a good fit for the air bases. Looks like that's about it for good fits. Most of you should be over there, like that. Good, that looks pretty nice. I like what I see there. Of course, we're still bringing forward the rest of our divisions from the east. Make 35. Great. Can produce that. Except, I can probably modify it. This should be pretty good. Of course, we've also got some of you, but you're not even getting any resources, so it doesn't really matter. There we are. So that's doing just fine, all of that. Future camouflage, pretty great. All of these are pretty much ahead of time, so no worries there. We're getting new armor. Nope, that's also ahead of time. Improve the anti-tank, please. Because I've got tons of anti-tank and anti-air, so I can reintroduce them to at least some of my units. We may use that. Especially you. Artillery Brigade. Field Hospital. Support anti-tank. Support anti-air. Would that be possible? Yes, it would. And then I guess you can have a... None of these are too important for now. And you're made to be cheap, but at least you can have Field Hospital. Just reduce the manpower drain. And I guess you can have a that. Get a bit of extra. You're gonna get a field hospital, and you're going to get support anti-air. There we go. Reorganizing the armies. Resupplying them is gonna take a while, but oh well. And the American Republic looks like it's just running around, destroying everybody. They've taken out Illinois. Looks like they just made them their bitch, but they didn't annex them for some reason. And now they're going after the Great Lakes Republic. Kind of, very good opinion of Canada. Kind of worrying to have a strong America. And now we have that pocket, that glorious pocket. That's what I like to see. Now the front line over here is truly epic in proportion. There's like millions of troops just squaring off against each other. Let's see if we can destroy this little pocket. We can't, but we can reduce it. Actually, no, we can destroy it completely. That's excellent. Okay, Wrocław is gonna be ours. Or I guess Wrocław, because it's Polish. And Poland capitulates. Excellent. 7,000 mechanized, of course, and 27,000 angry dogs. They did have quite a lot of stuff. And overall, now we need to finish off the rest of the Polish army in the area. Air superiority. Yes, please. That is very, very good. Need to charge as many divisions as possible to that gap and try to close it off for as many enemies as we possibly can. Then we need to prepare for the final assault on Germany. France is taking out Spain in the meantime, as should probably be happening. And yeah, the United Kingdom isn't really helping Spain out by declaring war on random African countries. Oh, Marines. That's good. Extra Marines. Yeah, my plan to go there failed actually, and something bad happened. Everybody there died. So now what I'm gonna do is, since I'm at war with the Union of Arab States, and for some reason Afghanistan, who just keeps popping up everywhere, somehow I own Bahrain, probably because Iran owned that earlier, and Afghanistan took it. Yes, because that makes a lot of sense. So we're gonna have to do something about that. At this point, I'm going to stop the plans from entering action. I'm gonna very quickly just get my forces back into their positions. There we go. For the assault on Germany. Yes, 74 divisions, 23 divisions, that is exactly what I want to see. And what I was preparing was an amphibious assault to take Bahrain, and then from Bahrain, sort of jump to Union of Arab States. That depends on whether or not I can get my fleet across. The reason I lost my fleet, I think, is because of the Indonesians. Just incredibly annoying. No, fuck you, United Kingdom. That is all I think about you. Oh, well, That was unexpected. So it looks like the Germans are not being nice. So we're gonna deal with them. Somehow they managed to gain naval superiority. Not sure how that's possible, considering I have like 70 ships over here in the Baltic. Actually 45. Well, we took heavy losses in our fleet, but still, not quite sure how they managed to gain enough naval superiority to just get across and invade Kurland. But if they want to create another Kurland pocket, then so be it. They are welcome to it. Don't really care. What we're gonna do instead is we're going to... Actually, there's just not enough of them to warrant nukes, I would say. We're just going to click this button. Oh, they do have lots of defenses on the coast, actually. Why can't we drop a nuke? Oh, that's in northwestern Germany. No less. Damn. Let's get some of that close air support juice. Extra close air support is never too bad. I'm going to nuke to support the landings. Even though that was way too late anyway, because these armies were repulsed, and overall it doesn't seem like they want to do too much. Well, I'm gonna storm across the front line now. Maximum aggressiveness. Spain wants an aggression pact. Well, they can stick it up there. There, you know what. Okay, Dresden's ours, and we overran a whole lot of them. Now we can run into the rear line, and there's not much they can do. Erfurt, yes. Just take all their victory points. Now try to barrel on towards Berlin. As quickly as possible. And we have a Guards Tank Brigade. Excellent. That's what I like to see. You get yourself assigned to that. And what about the north? Need Rostock under our control. And Lübeck as well. So let's go for Lübeck. With a double-pronged attack with my Marines, we should be... No, we're not going to be able to take it. That's unfortunate. Berlin also stays in German hands. That's very, very aggravating. However, our mass of troops is doing its job. We should be able to encircle Berlin from the west. And then afterwards, taking the capital city shouldn't be too hard. Having attacks from all directions. Yeah, we're gonna just very crudely select all these forces and make sure that they do not survive. Them, not us. And they capitulate instantly. That is surprising, to say the least. That just leaves the French in holding a couple of key cities from us. And of course the Brits are being insane and nuking a defeated enemy. But the French are going to be crushed by our glorious forces. So how did our Navy do? Are they here? Yes, they are. That should be enough to get air, naval superiority over the Arabian Sea, and thus allow my Marines to storm Manama, which also has some... oh. Well, they have some pretty strong units there. So we're gonna go back to base. That's kind of annoying. I wonder if you are stronger. Well, you definitely have forces in there, and some of them are French, which tells me that probably those are pretty good. The Moscow military district, partially thanks to the German capitulation, was able to push the Germans back to Kurland, and the last remaining little strip of coast, but can't seem to break them. So I'm gonna stop that attack. In the meantime, my army is going to charge westward. And Afghanistan just keeps popping up in all the most random places. They're in Spain now. Seems about right. But we're going to put a whole bunch of forces in Alsace-Lorraine. There's probably very good infrastructure. Yes, there is. We should be able to supply all of them. And then we're going to charge across. Hopefully. And it looks like the German Navy got decimated. That's pretty good. And now their carriers are out of planes as well. So that's great. No more naval support for you. That's pretty good. Let's take the port and make sure that they run out of supplies. And the American Republic just keeps expanding. You know, look at that. If we redeploy more air forces, we probably are gonna have an easier time. And oh, well, looks like the American Republic messed with the wrong folk. And now they're at war with the Democratic League. Right? Yep. So Canada's gonna get called in against them by Utah, I think. Although they can't even take down the Great Lakes Republic. So how they are going to deal with strong Canada, I do not know. Okay, so now our forces are pretty much ready at the border. Let's push across into France itself. There's still some kind of weird leavings behind, but once the Moscow military district deals with the last remaining Germans, we are going to do that as well. There we are. They're gone. So Oldenburg is where the last remnants seem to be located. That's where they're going. Still got my Marines, but I can't really use them right now. So they're just gonna stay there. Make sure that Denmark doesn't do anything too stupid. Yes, Denmark. So scary. It looks like we've pushed across the border itself. And now we should be able to get a nice attack going. Although the French resistance seems to be very, very heavy. That's good for them. Giving us a fight. It's definitely appreciated. But unfortunately for them, there's not really a lot they can do. At some point, they're just going to be overwhelmed by our superior troop counts. They're already up to 800,000 casualties, though we've suffered in the meantime about 1 more million losses. So definitely the Europeans are giving us quite the fight. It's good for them. Otherwise they'd be extremely boring. Right, that's one of the reasons we're not as able to break through, and that's because we don't have planes. Why does this map lag so much? Anyway, let's do things a little bit more safely, I guess. With our huge hordes of aircraft coming in, that should give us the edge over France. Kingdom of Spain capitulates. That is going to bring in a lot more French from the south back to defend their homeland, which is of course going to complicate things. Complicate things a fair bit it will, but I still have a pretty good feeling that we are going to be able to get across just fine. Okay, how about here? Well, I think you can get their surrender easily enough. Yep, that's good. They're also snaking into France slowly but surely. And there we are. That's a huge French army that's retreating. More than 25 divisions, and ooh, Belgium. 10 armored divisions. Damn. Belgium doesn't screw around at all. Let's try to see if we can reach Paris before they put up a defense of any kind. We're supported by an attack towards Reims and north, and that's Paris. So there we are. We've reached the City of Lights. And France, surprisingly, does not surrender. Is this the first time France subverts the tropes? I mean, they're still at 58% national unity instead of anything better, but they're still not surrendering. That's pretty good. Let's try for a large push towards Saint-Nazaire. Is that? No, that's actually La Rochelle. And Bordeaux. If this succeeds, they will surely capitulate. Because, wait, what's their capital now? Oh, Calais. Well then, just go for Calais. Just go for Calais. French at least were kind and built a whole lot of troops for us to fight. So that was definitely appreciated. We can charge down towards Marseille, actually, and cut off whatever's east of here. Mostly just Nice and, ooh, Monaco. Monaco's actually owned by the French Socialist state, so no prince there. And there we are, that's their capitulation. The United Dutch Republic joins the faction because they do not know what's good for them. And once we're dealt with Wilhelmshaven, the Moscow military district will redeploy and destroy this upstart. With the support of all the air forces of Great Eurasian Union, and that's a lot of them. We're gonna finish off like that. They've still got pockets of people pretty much everywhere. We're gonna deal with them. Now with no more great powers on the side of this alliance, however, well, apparently Indonesia is a great power, so we haven't actually won the war yet. But with no more great powers on the side of the Franco-German Axis side, you know, they're not really gonna... Wait, who did they just call in? Oh, the Luxembourg Republic. Well, you just done goofed, Luxembourg, and we'll show you why. Bye-bye, Luxembourg. You deserved it. And now... Oh, this is not a good sound. It sounds like the game's about to crash. Okay, they did. Game did not crash. I think it's just the strategic bomber sound. And there we are. Maximum aggressiveness, go. With the nukes coming in, we should be able to just charge in, guns blazing, and everything blazing. Their troops are basically ruined from that, and we're gonna charge for Amsterdam, Den Haag, and Rotterdam. And should be the end of that. Also, the Indonesians are bringing in forces in Brest. We're gonna deal with them. We've also got the Cotentin Peninsula, Cherbourg, as a last holdout. We're gonna take that out. And the Dutch are actually resisting a lot better than I thought. They're in for another round of nuking. There we are. That should teach them. A little more nukes, and the problem goes away. There we are. So the Dutch definitely paid for their insolence with, yeah, lots of casualties. Not very good for them. Although, despite all of that, they're still resisting, partially because of influx of troops from other nations. So what we're going to do is we're going to send in additional reinforcements to help destroying them. And there we are. So the French have capitulated entirely. They're all gone. Now we've got extra troops on the way to deal with the Dutch. Dutch front. And there we are. Another big chunk of their army goes ablaze, which should help deal the final blow to their resistance. That is a lot of ashes and smoke. Come on, Generation 5 armor? Okay. Well, what can we even research at this point? Basically finished everything that we needed. Now we're gonna make the final push. Once Rotterdam and the Scheldt are ours, I'm just gonna call it quits, I think. So I want to thank you all for joining me on this playthrough. It was very, very, very fun. Thank you to Kaiser1871, I believe that is his name. I know that it's Kaiser, I don't remember the number. So it might be Kaiser1871 for the mod, of course. This was quite a good run. And I'll see you soon with some more Hearts of Iron. Hope you'll enjoyed that as well. Oh, right. Corsica still exists. Oh well, does not matter at all. So yes, hope you had a wonderful time. I certainly did. And I'll see you soon. Wait, why does Germany own Cyprus? Oh, this is the United Kingdom, and so they nearly invaded that when they still had troops. Now it's the capital of Germany, of course. Well, yes, once and for all, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you soon. Have fun. Take care.